What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome to the room. Welcome to Lipstick and Cognac Show, the baddest relationship talk show in the land. If this is your first time watching today, can you please drop a black heart? If I'm returning, drop that red heart. Let us know what city you watching.
Now make it blue.
Blue?
Blue.
Why blue?
In honor of Nipsey.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You need to catch it.
Yeah.
Yes, so if you are new, drop a blue heart. If you are returning, drop a black heart.
Yeah, we like to know. And come with me watching us from. We like to know where I'm watching us from. Our viewers, what city, East Coast, West Coast, North, South, Antarctica. North, South. Australia. Great Britain. We love you all. But okay, let's go and start this show, baby.
Okay. Give me a moment. I got to get it together.
Come on.
Hey, it's your girl, Lipstick.
And I'm your boy, Cognac.
And we are Lipstick and Cognac, your dynamic duo, your host of Adults Conversation with an alternative twist. A judgment-free zone where we discuss all things relationship, no matter if you are a ruler,
a rainbow,
or a unicorn.
And where can they follow us at, Lipstick?
They can follow us at Lipstick and Cognac on IG as well as Facebook, Lipstick_Cognac on Twitter, and Lipstick and Cognac page on YouTube.
There you go, boo.
Yes.
All right. So how was your week?
My week was... actually last week we went to the Superwoman that was sponsored by the Superwoman with Powers event that was sponsored by Rolling Out. That was awesome.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome. We met a lot of phenomenal women.
Cause they everyone.
Girl power. Even though y'all know Cognac be trying to hate on us women.
I got it.
No, we got it.
You're the one.
We got it. But that was awesome. This weekend, it was okay. I mean, I did a few little events this weekend. Shout out to Status Network,
Okay, well,
networking events. I know you had a very eventful weekend.
Oh, it was very eventful. Well, you guys, so I just want to touch on this really quick, and I want to get off. I want to cry. My lovely father had a stroke. A blood vessel popped in his head. So I got a street phone call at like 1:42 in the morning on Sunday, and I ignored it because I'm just like, he don't want nothing. And I'm like, this somebody called me again at 8 back to back. I'm like, let me pick up this phone. So what's going on? So somebody said your dad has had a stroke. He had a blood pop in his head and he unconscious. So that's all I need to hear. I was like, oh hell no. Let me go on to Mississippi. I was on my way to Mississippi. I made it there in 4 hours. And I want to say, as far as men, please take care of y'all health. My dad is on 60 years old. And I feel like we as black men don't go to the doctor, don't want to go to the doctor. We feel like we Superman, but sometimes you get older, and sometimes we don't eat right. As long as you living, you gonna get older. You are gonna get older. We have to realize that you have kids in the family that loves you, and I feel like it's selfish when you don't take care of yourself. Honestly,
yeah. So that's a PSA for make sure that you take care of yourself.
Yes, especially. I would love to do something with men's health. Like I really think we need to push that. And as far as his update, I want to say praise God. My dad can talk. He can walk. They called it in time. Yeah. So I feel like this was a wake-up call for my dad. Like, his face not drooping. Everything is perfectly fine. I thank God for that.
But shout out to Papa Wash.
Papa Wash, because we need Papa Wash in the building. Hell.
Papa Rodney.
Wouldn't be no
Daddy Rodney.
Wouldn't be no cognac without him.
Daddy Rodney. Daddy Rodney. But, okay, so as we all know, we're going to touch on the news. Unfortunately, we lost one of our icons. For the culture. Oh yeah, I get emotional about this. Yes,
let the people know.
I wasn't a big, huge fan of the music, even though I liked it. I'm not just a diehard fan, but I loved him as a person. So shout out to Nipsey Hussle and his family and his wife and all of that. My prayers are with you, despite what everybody's saying on social media. Regardless,
I'm going to touch on that because that really pissed me off. For one, y'all, that's a black man who just died. Regardless if he didn't like LGBTQ, whatever you want to identify as, I'm a homosexual myself. Everybody's not going to agree with our lifestyle. Yep. And I'm not going to sit here and beg you to agree with me because my life is still fabulous without you or here or not. But with that being said, when you're taking a moment from a son that don't have a black son, don't have a black father raising him, a black mother lost her husband. You get what I'm saying? It's so much deeper that a black man killing a black man, but we worried about, he ain't like the LGBT community. Who gives a damn?
And
this little boy don't have a daddy anymore.
And to be honest,
you know
it's a lot of people that don't like somebody. They don't like you because of something. So you can't. Compassion should be extended beyond color, race, whatever. You should still have compassion, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. Because there's other stuff that's out there.
Because you work at a job who probably still don't like your black ass. You have a president of the United States who don't really give a damn about the black ass. And I don't see no LGBT person out there in the front of the White House lawn talking about get him out of there. So I'm over it. And that's disrespectful. And if you're gonna have anything to say, don't say shit at all. Cause that boy is without a father.
Like they,
and
like the old people
it's especially
say,
because I have a daddy. And me
like
and my daddy had
say, if you don't have nothing nice to say,
don't say nothing at all.
And with that, Cognac has spoken, and we're gonna go to our first commercial break.
We are. Hey guys, stay tuned. We're on the your boy Cognac.
And we are Lipstick and Cognac, your dynamic relationship duo, where we talk all things relationship every Tuesday
from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
on rollingout.com and Rolling Out Live via Facebook. Y'all, what we talking about, Cognac?
We talk about it all. We talk about the cheating, the people that do right, don't do right, the people that might want to slap your head on your mama, your daddy, your sister, your uncle.
I don't know about slapping my mama, but we gonna talk about it all, y'all. Make sure you check us out every Tuesday. It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be a fun time. Ow.
Did you know 30 million people have been diagnosed with diabetes and 75 million with high blood pressure? Let's talk about the importance of cleaning the blood. 50 years of scientific research have shown that garlic, when taken in the right amount, can help to lower blood pressure, sugar level, and cholesterol, all while providing energy. How? Through cleansing, regulating, and replenishing the blood. Garlic alone is powerful, but for over 41 years, we've discovered that by combining garlic, aloe, and parsley together, we help the body to clean the blood even better. You can clean excess sugar, cholesterol, and waste from the blood and promote better circulation. So don't delay. Do it today. Get your bottle of Gap Pills. Normally sells for $49.95, but if you use the promo word HEALTH, you get $10 off. Visit us at aloeheals.com or call us at 404-996-6942.
To listen to.
I said what I said.
No, I'm saying what part did I say that was wrong?
Don't fine. If you want someone, it's perfectly fine. If they're wasting your time, then move the hell on because you're young.
That's the part that
you know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's what I've been doing. I don't really talk to nobody right now. It's because like I tell anybody from the get go, I have a business. That's before anything. And if you want to stay, that's on you. If you want to work it out with me, that's on you. But I told you from the beginning, this is what I want to do.
And that's what you set that tone.
Mm-hmm. But that's the part that he cut me off on, because I was actually going to say that before he jumped in, because he's so about this whole, he don't believe in independent women. I was going to say,
I feel like it's okay to have your own money, but I don't understand why women like don't need a man.
He cut me off.
Because we start off with what, 300 followers and got picked up?
Okay, so to take it off of us, bringing it back to you.
What
about the hair that you do? Like what kind of product do you actually provide?
Okay, so I sell mink bundles and lashes, and I have body wave, deep wave, loose wave, straight, and kinky curly as well.
And how
what's
how
the
kinky
length
is
of
your
those?
curly?
I can actually, it looks just like your hair actually.
Okay.
It will blend just as
She need a
good.
couple of extensions in there.
Yeah, I came natural. So I just took my wig off 2 days ago.
So do you make wigs or
yes,
do you just
I make wigs as well.
Do you sell them as well?
Yes.
I mean, like on your site, not.
Yes.
I know you're gonna sell them.
Yes, I sell them as well and make them as well. They're hand stitched, so I take my time and go through each track and stitch them on properly.
Do you color them too?
Ain't nobody.
Yes,
so
I color
no
them as
gonna
well.
be showing on the side. Not gonna be missing little.
No, that's an application. That ain't got nothing to do with hard work. That's because you don't know how to glue down your wig. Okay?
Yo, I can make the wig. I can make the wig, dye the wig, style the wig, and apply it to your head, and then style it on top of that. I can do everything for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your signature style?
I would say deep wave, like a deep wave frontal. I love like curly hair.
Okay.
I love curly. I just started getting into my natural hair because I hated my natural hair. So I said, this is my first time, bringing my baby to a platform. I was like, let me just wear my natural hair.
The way
God made. And you have all your edges. So, hey. Some people don't have edges.
See, and this is why I always say he be like.
And I wear frontals, so they don't pull out my hair. They're not gonna pull out your hair. A lot of frontals be pulling out women edges, and I be like, no, that's because it's not applied properly.
What's that thing she kind of said? What she said about that lady?
Oh my God, I seen it on the live.
What was it called?
I don't know.
What she called it?
She came.
Did you put some? She said, "So do you apply something in your hair?"
But she actually had a disease. She had alopecia. Why you laughing?
Hell is funny.
All right, don't be laughing too hard. Next week your edge
right,
start going.
And I'm gonna cut this shit off. I'm not gonna
never know. That lineup be gone, boy. Cognac, why you looking like a little white milk dud?
How you doing?
It's a new style. But okay, tell the people where to find you. Like, and if you have any specials going on, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Promote
my personal page is Kabrei Jhanai, K-A. Oh wow, I can't even say my name.
Don't worry about
it. KABRIEJHANAI, and you can also check out my business page, KABRIEJHANAI Collection. So you can check that out.
Spell it, because sometimes people can't spell, baby.
COLLECTION.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go. I'm saying, look like collection.
Go
put a
Kabrei Jhanai Collection. That's my business page. So you can DM me on my personal or my business page. But if you want to see my everyday life, I would suggest you follow my personal page.
Okay.
Yeah. Or business,
And what is it? Both of them.
Kabrei Jhanai, KABRIEJHANAI for
and
my
that's
personal.
on Instagram?
Yes,
Got
on Instagram.
Okay.
And on my business Instagram is Kabrei Jhanai Collection.
No email.
Kabrei. Okay, so
I don't want the email in her hand.
Yeah.
Well, for your business.
Yes. You only get emails if it's a problem.
That's true.
Okay,
I take DMs.
Let me not starting it on. Don't start no more.
And my website is KabreiJhanai.com. So www.KABRIEJHANAI.com.
Okay, but y'all heard it. The young sister is getting it. Yeah. Look out for her in 5 years.
Yes.
Yes. I need some hair. We're gonna talk about this afterwards.
Please get her some length. She need what? TS between 2 inches.
She got a lot of body. You got a lot of hair.
I don't need no length, baby.
Okay, hello.
Girl.
So that's the last thing.
That little 1-2 weeds coming down.
You just wait till your edges start coming out.
I have look. I've been natural all my life.
Okay. I have been natural most of my life.
Exactly.
As well.
So you don't count.
But men start thinning when they get about 30.
I know. Would your husband know?
Yes, he would know. My husband is bald, and he is not. My husband embraces his age. Like, he got gray in his beard and everything, and it's sexy.
Well, I'm still here.
I'm just saying. It always start that little one corner.
Let
that one corner be missing
I'm
next
a lipstick. How this look this week?
Snatched.
Y'all are funny.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Me.
Because I really love young black people in general, woman or man that's doing a thing for themselves. I respect that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, really so hey guys, we're going to take a quick recess break. Stay tuned to RollNow.com. Yes. So Lipstick and Cognac, or you follow us on RollNow Facebook page. Because coming up next, going to get slutted out.
With customizable streaming TV from Xfinity, watch the most free TV shows, hit movies, and live sports on the go. At home, access Netflix, YouTube, and Pandora right from your TV. And with the X1 voice remote, just say it and see it.
Show me HBCU.
With Black Film and TV, watch your favorite college entertainment, HBCU football games, and much more. Xfinity. Simple, easy, awesome.
Hey, it's your girl, Lipstick.
And it's your boy, Cognac.
And we are Lipstick and Cognac, your dynamic relationship duo, where we talk all things relationship every Tuesday
from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
on rollingout.com and Rolling Out Live via Facebook. Y'all, what we talking about, Cognac?
We talk about it all. We talk about the cheating, the people that do right, don't do right, the people that might want to slap your head on your mama, your daddy, your sister, your uncle.
I don't know about slapping my mama, but we gonna talk about it all, y'all. Make sure you check us out every Tuesday. It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be a fun time. Ow.
With customizable streaming TV from Xfinity, watch the most free TV shows, hit movies, and live sports on the go. At home, access Netflix, YouTube, and Pandora right from your TV. And with the X1 voice remote, just say it and see it.
Show me HBCU.
With Black Film and TV, watch your favorite college entertainment, HBCU football games, and much more. Xfinity. Simple, easy, awesome.
Thank you guys for tuning in. You're watching Lipstick and Cognac, your host of adult conversation with an alternative twist, a judgment-free zone where we discuss all things relationship, no matter if you are a ruler,
a rainbow,
or a unicorn. And speaking of unicorns, today we have the sluttiest unicorn that we know. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Because she going to put it in your mouth.
Oh.
For $15, I will.
In your mouth. $15 a pop.
$15. Yes. Get slutty in your mouth.
So let me do the official bio.
Yes.
But before I get into that, make sure you follow us on Lipstick and Cognac on IG as well as Facebook, Lipstick and Cognac page on YouTube, as well as Lipstick_Cognac on Twitter. Okay, shameless plug for us. We have Pinky Cole.
Wow.
Clark Atlanta University graduate. And owner of Slutty Vegan. An interesting and popular food brand and concept that is taking over the U.S. Yes, it is, because that line stay long.
Jesus, God is good.
Girl, won't he do it?
It's the Express Pass now.
Slutty Club. Okay.
Fans of Slutty Vegan include Taraji P. Henson, Usher, Tyler Perry, Will Packer, Tiffany Haddish, Iyanla Vanzant, my favorite, Keisha Lance Bottoms, Portia Williams, and Jermaine Dupri. Pinky Cole is on the Slutty Vegan Tour with pop-up shops and events in Miami, Los Angeles, Oakland, New Orleans, Nolens.
Yeah, that's how you say it. There you go.
Nolens, New York, Houston, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. Welcome, Pinky Cole.
Thank you for having me.
Pinky.
Yes.
It's kind of weird hearing about yourself besides somebody talking about you. I'm listening like, oh, yeah, that's it.
That's me, girl.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Hey, y'all.
Hey, welcome.
I'm a tired slut, but I'm here.
But you here.
Yes.
Let's get tired when they making money, girl.
Hello.
Girl, for $15,
Hello?
all the juice is in your mouth.
Yes, all over your mouth.
So explain to us. I'm just gonna jump into the question first before we get all up in your business.
Yeah.
Explain your history about how Slutty Vegan came about.
Yes.
Well, Slutty Vegan has been in the works since I was a little girl. I just didn't know it was going to be called Slutty Vegan, right?
Got it.
So I've always been a hustler. When I was 14 years old, I would sell McChickens for $1. I mean, for $2. I would buy them for $1, sell them for $2. And I was the youngest party promoter, so I just always had this hustler mentality. So when I got to college in Atlanta, shout out to Clark Atlanta University.
Okay, HBCU.
Okay, I just got like super active and like that grind transitioned into beauty pageants and sorority stuff and like being actively involved on campus, and like I felt like I've arrived. So, excuse me, I moved to Los Angeles, California because I wanted to be an actress. Got out there. Was flat broke. I ain't had no money. But one of my sorority sisters offered me a great opportunity to work on a TV show. And the rest is history after that. So I ended up being one of the youngest producers. I was a producer for the Maury show.
Maury.
Yeah.
Maury.
That's a whole nother episode.
That's where we got Slutty from.
So I was a producer for the show. And that was pretty cool to do that, you know.
You got to see all the good fights.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. Yes, I did get to see all the fights.
All the run off the
All the
stage.
paternity.
You not
Yes.
the baby for.
But they had my bank account right, so I used
That's
that
all that
money
matters.
that I saved up, and I decided to open up a restaurant. I had no prior experience. I ain't no chef. I just love to cook. I'm Jamaican. And I opened up this restaurant, and it did extremely well. So I was making money. Everything was good. Then I opened up a second location. It was Pinky's Juice Bar. So that was popping too. I'm like,
Juice bar.
Yeah, so here I am. I'm 26 years old. Business is
In
booming.
the middle.
Listen, I'm trying to be like Diddy or better, okay?
Hey.
So I opened up those businesses. They were doing extremely well, and then all of a sudden, my restaurant caught on fire. I had a grease
Did you
fire
have
at the restaurant,
insurance?
so I didn't have the proper insurance. And that's why it's so important for me to like speak this entrepreneurial message, because there were so many things that I didn't get because they don't teach you that in school. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. They teach you how to work for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to
Speak on it, girl.
go to Google and YouTube University and really like learn all I could about the business. And I'm glad that I did that and had that platform to do so, because it was an expensive lesson to lose my business to that fire, because I got evicted, lost my car, everything. But those were literally the building blocks for me able to have this conversation with y'all.
Girl, you better have a damn message.
Yeah. So fast forward, I started working on another TV show where I started as the supervising casting producer, and I became the booking director for the show. And that was in LA, so that was pretty cool. They relocated the show to Atlanta, and then I'm in my bedroom one day, and Slutty Vegan just was born. Like, I was on another frequency.
What
and
were
it
you
was just
doing?
on another frequency. And
Hey,
What should I name?
Right. So when I came up with Slutty Vegan, I knew that it was going to be something different and something special, but I didn't know it was going to be as special as it is now. I didn't know it was going to blow up like this. I didn't have no
Girl,
business
you
plan. I didn't have any of that. I just knew that I was in alignment, and this was what I was supposed to be doing. Right?
hold up. Are you looking for franchisees?
Well, you know what? It's funny.
Shoot my
Let me-
shot.
okay. Well, you got some money? Let me see. What you got in your bank
I
account?
might have some, you know what I'm saying?
I am actually. So we're putting together the franchising model, and all of this stuff is so new to me. So like I'm learning along the way. So when people ask me that question, I'm like, yeah, it's coming together, but it's a lot that comes with it. But
is.
I'm just grateful that people are interested in buying into my business.
Girl, your line is still.
Hello. Thank you,
Girl, I'm trying to go to your
Listen.
place for the last 3
I
months.
lied. Jesus, Jah.
My
All of
birthday's in
y'all, thank
August.
you.
I think I might
Yes,
make it then.
you got to
So
come.
look, so when I pass through there, I'm like, hey, no, I'm special.
She
You
gonna
know-
let you get your ass back in the back.
No, actually, I disappeared now because everybody be calling me like, "Can I get to the front?" I'm like, "I'm not here. I'm in another country." Yeah, but it's cool though because to see so many people come together in the name of food.
Yes.
You know, black people think we only stand in line for Jordans and cell phones, which that might be
Girl, you got
almost
to
true.
sit around for
Beyonce
vegan
tickets.
food.
Yeah, okay, Beyonce tickets, but they're really standing in line to like get a euphoric experience, and that's not eating the flesh of a dead animal
Exactly.
and being a part of something like so monumental. Like this is going down in history, you know. And
Girl,
if Slutty
you
Vegan
are.
stopped today,
And you in the historical
we're gonna
area,
be in a
too.
book. God damn it! Yeah, so it's cool. Like it's a blessing. Like, and I'm glad to just be that spokesperson to do that.
Girl,
How did you
doing
choose
it.
that
Yeah.
location?
Well, the location chose me.
Okay.
So I tell people this all the time. Like when something is for you, like you ain't got to go looking. Somebody DM me and asked me if I was interested in the space. And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
And it's funny because right before I opened up the business, I was trying to get in contact with some realtors. Nobody would talk to me. Nobody would get on the phone.
I bet they on your damn
Yeah.
line now.
They sending me DMs, text messages,
Five
telephone.
in the
Yes.
Come to Buckhead.
Okay, right. But yeah, so you know, that's a very historic neighborhood.
Yeah,
in the West
it
it
is.
is.
End
And that's the
community.
reason why I asked.
Yeah, very historic. A lot of changes are happening, but I think to be able to be on that cornerstone right there, and be a reflection of people who look like me in that neighborhood and keeping up that legacy is one of the things that make that area so special. Even though I can't guarantee how long I'm gonna be there, but it was just a good starting point for the creation of like a long-term legacy.
Well, girl, that's
we
good.
understand.
You
We
did it.
understand.
So
So now we about to get all in the juice.
Also,
But
all
let
the
me start-
professional stuff
Yes,
is
the
over.
It's
professional
over.
stuff.
We gotta get to the juice
Well, let me start
box.
with my question because he gonna go all the way to the left.
Yes.
How, since you're starting this new journey with this whole slutty vegan movement, because it is a movement.
It is.
How is it with dating?
Girl, what's that?
Okay.
You don't date?
No, I don't date. I was actually in a relationship, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I was in a relationship for almost 2 years, and
it went left.
It went left and right. But the good thing is that people come into your life for a season and a reason.
They teach
some
you.
for a lifetime. And I learned something from that relationship, something from the relationship before. So now I got a work husband and a work wife.
So you don't have no little.
I said I got a work husband and a work wife.
Okay.
These are my two managers at the restaurant, and that's about it.
Well, we had an educator last week. She specializes in toys, just in case, girl.
Yeah, I got them too.
Oh, there you go. That answers the question.
I got
So-
it. To be honest, I don't have time.
You gotta make time for that now.
Yeah, when I
understand
made
That's a
that.
stress reliever.
No, I get it.
Let me tell you something. Like when
I
you
get
are at your ultimate focus, like unless the person that you're in a relationship is in the same field as you,
No,
it ain't
like
gonna
let
work.
somebody scratch that scratch.
The who is?
Scratch the scratch.
Who's that? Do what?
You know, the scratch that scratch.
I don't know what the scratch that scratch is. I don't know what that is. What's that? Tell me.
A little this.
You play too much. No, well, you know what? I have my little fun
told
here and
you.
there.
I told you.
But I've been a nun for the past 2 weeks. But
Oh,
God is good. God is good. Slut
So
gotta
they
have
be
some
giving a
fun
nun
too. Right,
for past 2 weeks.
Slut gotta
So-
have some fun too.
How was your so I bet people in your DMs trying to date you though, right?
Yeah, I get a lot of that. I forgot to delete my Tinder, so I'm getting a lot of, oh my gosh, you on here, goodbye, delete.
Oh girl, I bet you just blowing up. Oh my goodness. You better stay
Everybody's
gone.
swiping.
Yeah, but I work so much, y'all. It's just like I don't know where somebody would fit in at this point.
yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell him, like,
I feel
so
like
the sister that we had
Yeah.
on before you, Kabrei, I was trying to tell him the same thing. Like, when you are focused on your business, you don't have time until you get it to a
I
certain
feel
point.
like you can make time.
Let me
though.
tell you something. Let me
Honestly.
tell you
you ain't
something
busy enough.
about distraction,
I ain't
okay?
busy.
Okay.
Enough.
Enough.
You ain't slutty vegan busy.
Okay, that's a whole nother busy.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level
You
of busy.
busy.
Yeah, but when it comes to like distraction,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm promoting not being in a relationship or like dealing with anybody, but like I gotta be 100% in my business right now.
And I agree with that.
Especially more than ever because like I have something really good and I can either fumble the ball or it can be a beautiful victory. And I'm not willing to fumble that ball. And anything that's going to take my focus away from the success of the business, like I can't have it around me. Because when you're in a relationship and you love somebody or if y'all have an agreement, well, I'm a Sagittarius. So like if I'm going through something.
That's what
and
my
I-
boyfriend is.
Yeah, okay. So you already know.
Y'all
So
good
like
people.
yeah, we're great people, right?
Awesome.
But we lose focus easily, especially if we love, because we love hard. So I ain't got the time to be loving you and trying to see where you at and run Slutty Vegan at the same time. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work.
Well, how's your relationship with your friends? Have that changed since all this popped off, or?
Well, I've had the same best friends for 15 and 16 years.
Okay.
And all my friends know I'm crazy. Like my
Okay.
true rider friends, like,
Yeah.
they know that I'm crazy. Now I'm random, like, but they always support me along.
That's
the
why I
way.
want to ask you
Yeah.
because I guess from my standpoint, when I started this, I didn't like my friends was really not there. And not saying they weren't good friends.
All my
but,
friends are always
yeah.
there. They my sisters. One of my friends, she's also my sorority sister too, so we've been through a lot. She was shooting with me in the gym, like she's one of them. And then my other best friend is in high school, but they understand, like, and I don't
That's
necessarily have to
beautiful.
talk to them every day, but they know.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's a real day one. Those are the kind of
Yeah.
friends, like, I'm giving you a franchise when I, like, expand. Like,
It sounds like
those kind of
your
friends.
circle is kind of small.
Yeah, it's very small. I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me, but
your inner circle is like.
Yeah, I gotta be very mindful on who I allow into my space and in my energy, because energy is real.
That's so true.
And I know that I got some valuable energy to give, and I just can't just be sharing it with anybody.
No, give your juice to everybody.
Hello, everybody can't get the juice now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you gotta think that just looking at it from the outside in, you are really creating or setting yourself up to be an icon. Do you realize that?
No, I just had the aha moment the other day when Colin Kaepernick ate my food and called me and told me how much he liked the food.
Yes. They're going to have you in like textbooks. If you run this ball right.
Ain't no if.
When you run this ball right, they're going to be learning about you, and you're going to be like.
So can you imagine that pressure? So where am I for the relationship at?
Look, see, this is how I feel about with women now. You know, because you can always have your own money, spend somebody else's money too. And it's okay to make your walls down for somebody to love you. They don't make you less of a woman.
I never said that. Hey, thank you. Right, because I did not say that. I was in a relationship, and it's a legal situation, so I can't even talk about that.
Yeah, we ain't got to talk about that. We ain't going to do that.
But I say all that to say, one, I just don't got the time for the bullshit.
I think he just doesn't understand that when you are really busy, you don't have time. It's no time
unless that person works in the field that you work in. Like, that's the only time. Unless I got a little boo thing that work with me, that works in Slutty Vegan, like, it's not gonna work, because they gotta understand my day to day, and my day to day means that I got a 9 o'clock and a 10 and a 11 o'clock and a 12 o'clock, and like, if you're not there and you don't get it, then you gonna be mad.
Whatever you tell.
And that's my experience in relationships.
No,
because nobody wants to kick rocks at first.
No.
You know?
And you have to think it takes a certain type of man to date someone like you. And most men
would no man approach you like that if he already know who you are. If he weak minded trying to control you.
But even
you know what I'm saying?
See, I think that for me as a woman, I'm an alpha female.
Exactly. And
right?
You're the alpha male.
Yeah, so I have a very strong personality, and everybody can't handle that. Friends, family, anybody, but especially in relationships, I'm willing to be submissive to the right man, but I can't be submissive to a weak man.
No, I don't.
Yeah. And then a lot of alpha men, they don't want alpha females because they are intimidated by them.
Yeah, they are intimidated.
And so that makes your circle even smaller.
Yeah, it makes it smaller, and I don't want to have to compete. And I think that I may not have found the right man yet.
Yeah, let's just say that.
But I'm open for love. Let me tell you something.
Don't be like.
I want to jump over a broom or something.
She wasn't.
Yeah, no, I'm open. I'm a freak now.
He reads a lot into stuff and assumes.
I'm open for love. Love is a beautiful thing, and I think that.
I just like it's beautiful. I went through a lot of bullshit too, so I understand what you're saying. And I felt like if I didn't shut myself off, I wouldn't be the person I am with today, because I had some effed up situations.
But she's not saying she shut herself off.
No, I'm not saying she.
I ain't say I wasn't. I ain't got a little thing now.
Yeah,
She said 2 weeks.
Yes, I got a little something popping.
It ain't shut
all the way dry.
That thing
okay, the valve is still
running.
open. Okay, ain't no smoking and no cobwebs. I mean, it's still active and functioning.
It's firing on all cylinders.
Yes,
she just doesn't have a regular there yet.
Yeah, but that does make sense because you are busy.
Yes.
You just hopped off a plane, Miss Busy Woman.
So hello.
I get it.
Yes.
So I guess for people who are like you, how would you tell somebody when you already start dating, what would you advise them to do?
That the right person is going to come. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their own intentions on what they want out of life. Like, for instance, I got a best friend that, like, her focus is getting married and have a baby.
Okay.
My focus is making sure that I have a successful business. Maybe your focus is making sure that this is the best podcast in the city of Atlanta and beyond. So we all have our own focuses. So right now, my focus is to make sure that my business is successful. Everything else to me is secondary until I get to where I want to be in my business.
Okay.
And that's okay.
So until you get to where you were, like,
yeah.
Okay, I get
and
that.
I ain't there yet.
Okay. And I think that applies to a lot of different things, and that's what I was trying to convey with the sister before. Like, everything happens in seasons.
Yes.
And if it's your season to focus on your business, because that's your boo or your baby, that's the season for that. Because you have to have that on its own legs before you go into the next season, because you never know. Your man might be a billionaire.
Okay.
Claim it.
I receive it.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Your business needs to be able to have your own money, and that way you can go and do whatever you need to do with that person. So I get it. I get it. So what advice would you give to someone who starts something, any type of business, while they're currently in a relationship?
Yeah, that's some good advice.
Oh, I have some. Y'all want to know some real hardcore advice? Protect your intellectual property. If you are in a relationship and you come up with an idea, and that person is supportive of you, but it's your idea, make sure that you protect your intellectual property, because you don't want to get into a situation where you have something super duper successful and then that counterpart is just like, oh, well, that's all me because I was there with you, and that's not true. So
for the slow ones in the back, you know, because
I'm
speaking on me. So, like, you talking about, like, as far as, like, when you protect it, like, get a lawyer or something like that?
I'm going to give you another example.
Yeah.
Say you got a best friend that you're always around, right? And you come up with this idea and they're present. And you ask them for their support and their opinion. Yeah. And, you know, they respond to you and show you love. Just make sure that you're always protected and you're clear as an entrepreneur. And a lot of times we don't think about.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? As an entrepreneur, you really don't think about how you protect yourself, because anything that you say and do, like, can be used
against you.
Yeah, not even that. Yeah, like, it's basically, if you have a good idea, I'm jumping in circles.
Okay,
you see where I'm going with it.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like, protect yourself and your business.
I'm trying to ask, how do you protect that? What are the steps you go to do that? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
Like, that's the thing, you know, it's interesting because, like, we think big, but I don't think we as human beings think big enough. Like, for me, like, I never anticipated that this idea would turn in such a global concept, right? Yeah. So along the way, I had friends and family who were supporting me, but, like, I'm a very loose on the lips when it comes to, like, my dreams. Like, if I'm sitting next to you, I'm sharing with you my ideas and my dreams, but you never really know one of those ideas can become $1 billion idea. Yeah. And just because you shared it with somebody else, like, shared your thoughts and your ideas, somebody can also try to take ownership of that. So I'm just saying, make sure that as an entrepreneur, you protect yourself.
Girl.
And I'm speaking from experience.
Girl.
And you know what? I know that you are talking in circles, so I'm gonna steer this back to us.
Yes.
Just to, you know, protect you. That goes into play, like what we have conversations, him and I. This is my work husband now. Having the background.
Hey, wife.
Where where my ring though? My other ring. Right?
Girl, it's coming.
But we have conversations where I always say, hey, you got to be careful what you tell to people. Like, like the literal words is, you talk too much. Shut up. But you have to think like that, because somebody will be in the room and they'll hear it, they'll go run with it, and now all of a sudden it's their idea, not yours anymore.
That's the truth.
That's why we trademark our name, because you just never know.
But you never know. Before you even get to that point, it's the conversation.
Yeah. Because we don't even really think. Even
but it
like
really sucks because I like to talk, and if I'm really cool with you, say like you're my best friend, and I've been knowing you for years. It's not like a best friend I just moved to Atlanta. Like, you grew up with me, and that really make me feel bad if I can't trust someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know all my secrets. You get what I'm saying? So that for me, that'll make me shut down.
Yeah, not so much shut down. You just gotta protect yourself.
You know,
because again, like, you never know, that one idea you may come up with may be the biggest idea in the world. So you just got to be mindful who you sharing your dreams with. And I know that sounds like
I gotta pray on that.
Yeah.
Discernment is real. You need discernment in your life.
Yeah,
so
but
somebody steal something.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm only speaking from experience. I'm not just saying this because I think it sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, so for people who are really true entrepreneurs and have big dreams, really just protect your intellectual property as you should. But nobody really instills that in you until after the fact. So I'm telling you right now that before anything starts popping off in your business, whatever you have, make sure you protect it.
Well, it goes a little deeper than that, though, like the diary and all of that, because you got to think, okay, so you're dating someone and it's your idea, y'all still together. That's why a lot of people that don't look like us, they always go into, okay, so are we going to get this prenup? And like when I told you, remember when we had the show?
I don't believe in that,
when we had the show and I said marriage is a business. Remember I said that?
You did.
Marriage is a business, and you have to be in business of self and business of marriage. And if she created this, and let's say she has a boo that she's been with for 10 years, the prenup need to be done before they go to the next stage, because if she creating this business and he ain't helping her, why you gonna get Slutty vegan money if we don't make it past?
That's why I don't get married. That was actually a good example, but that's why I'm not getting married.
You don't ever want to get married?
No, and I'm okay with that.
That is so sag life.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like, marriage to me is just a piece of paper. I want to have a union with somebody.
My son will be so over the top.
Yeah, no, I want to have a ceremony and a union with somebody. I don't need to sign a piece of paper.
Yeah,
just to make it official.
Cause when we had that show with that lawyer who came on, she was very good. It kind of opened my eyes, again, from my standpoint, because I'm very old school. I have older parents, like my parents are in their 60s. And for me, when you marry for love. I don't marry to think to divorce. And now I know that's like candy today. Like, I like today, divorcing you, let me get all your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't go into myself. If I say, hey, I want you to be with me for the rest of my life, I'm not thinking of you doing me wrong.
But
that's why I value commitment more. Like, I want to have a ceremony. I want to have that union and that covenant and that commitment. But I don't need to do that and sign my life away on a piece of paper. Because you never know.
But, you lose benefits, though, for people who is not.
Who going to lose benefits? Because
I'm
about to walk out here like Poper.
As far as, like, making medical decisions, as far as, like, within a
you can do a domestic partnership. Yeah, you can do a domestic partnership.
And you're thinking, like, in a certain, like, a tax bracket will think like that. But if you have the money to get your own benefits, like, okay, I'm not losing nothing.
And this was not always my conversation.
Exactly. Like,
but now how I'm maneuvering in my career, like, I see why people think like that.
So you see why people get prenups and things like that.
And I didn't understand it before, like, when I was flat broke. Like,
as far as, like, and I love Mary. Now, do I think Mary ex-husband should get all her money? No. Do I think she should get something? Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because he helped her. Like, I'm not saying you need to pay your the parents' bill or whatever.
He helped her as a what? As a manager?
Yeah.
So those are two different
and her husband too.
Those are two different relationships. So as her manager, he got his whatever percentage. Exactly. But as her husband, that's a totally complete conversation.
Even if they've been together for a long time.
It don't matter.
He didn't start her career.
Yeah, he ain't sing for her. He was managing her and he supported her.
And she had
but at the end and that's the problem that I
right.
think that people don't get, especially in relationships. Like, he supported her as her spouse. Like,
exactly.
He's not entitled to what she has. Yeah, he was a support system, but, like, why does she got to pay him for her talentedness? Like, I don't understand.
What was the other way around?
Same thing. It's the same thing.
Like, well, I'm not saying pay her, like, he don't need, like, all that money. As far as, like, $2,000 a month, just make sure you okay.
To make sure you okay.
Yeah,
that
like, that was her husband.
So? That sounds crazy. No,
I guess
I think that as a manager, he should be compensated as her former manager, whatever
Correct.
that looks like. But as a husband, like,
No.
what? I got to pay you?
You had a job before this. You go back to that job. But I do want to touch
And now
on
I understand why Oprah ain't get married.
Exactly. Her and Stedman still booing.
And they doing great. Okay.
I just watched that when she turned 40, she had Recipe to Aretha Franklin, Gaddis Night, and Pat LaBelle all on one stage, and Steph walked out with that big old cake. I said, they still ain't got married since that damn 40th birthday.
And I bet the reason why is because of some business person.
And look
in the
how
background.
happy. You've never heard of anything about Oprah and Stedman. Either she tell a good secret or they just really naturally doing that good.
They don't be in the streets.
They don't be in the street, honey. Okay.
Well, let me touch on this though, because you mentioned something earlier about marriage, about you get married for love and this and that and the other. I think that you should be in love with the person you get married for. But if you go into a marriage thinking that you're just going to be in love the whole marriage, that marriage is never going to work.
Everybody marriage go through problems.
Yeah,
exactly. But you don't get married for love. Fall out of love and have to make yourself fall back in. That's the point of marriage.
That's the point of life, though. Life always going to disappoint
people
you.
get married for stability. Let's keep it all the way a buck. Like,
Correct.
People aren't getting married for love, and the people who are getting married for love, like, your marriage ain't gonna last. And I've never been married, but the proof is in the pudding. People get together because if you're getting married for the right reason, stability is one of at the forefront of why you're getting married.
And
I'm not saying it don't matter. That doesn't matter.
Be in love at the time,
and you happen to be in love.
Correct.
Because people do fall in and out of love.
You got to know that
multiple
you got to know that if I fall out of love with you, I can tolerate you,
and I still choose to be there with you. That's the stability.
Yes, that's the stability.
And I always tell people,
where you at?
Well,
this is the fire side, honey. I'm a Leo.
Okay, right.
My sister cousin is a Sagittarius.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's the truth. Like,
I guess for me, coming from my standpoint,
is your family from the South?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes all the sense.
No, my family's from the South, and my mom instills this into me, like, you have to be in love. That's one thing. But if you don't think that you're gonna fall out of love multiple times during your marriage, you will never stay married. She's a widow.
Okay.
But she was married until
your parents said they married?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My mom was married like 21 years before.
But had my mom and dad had some bad times? Hell yeah.
So for me, I grew up in a single family household. My dad went to prison the day I was born, but he was married to my mom, right? So I didn't. My mother has never brought a man around the house, so I didn't see examples of what marriage looked like. So for one of my friends who has parents who are married and have been married, like their outlook on marriage may be different from mine.
That makes sense.
For mine, it's just making sure that I have independence and stability. So that's my focus and my goals. Not to say that I'm worse or better than anybody else, but I just didn't have the example, and you did. That's why when you think about marriage, it's a lot different from how I see it.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, I mean, it could be. But like I said, my parents were married for 21 years.
But she all for protect assets. I don't feel like that.
Because it's a business. It's a business. And you had a business before. Now, it's different if y'all created it together. Then you have to really split and it gets a little messy. But if I have this business before we get married, no, I'm going to need you to sign this prenup. And we can negotiate. Like, if you want a piece of it because you did something, we negotiate that on the front end. Because if you want $2 million and then it ends up being worth $25 million, I'm gonna give you $2 million.
It go about your damn
business.
business.
Yep, that's what you agreed to.
Right.
That's what you agreed to. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like just for our generation, you know, for some people, because it is true, some people that haven't grew up that type of example. You know, it just for it's like me being homosexual. My parents wasn't homosexual. I just learned that on my own. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I guess I'm a trust person. I like to trust people. I like looking for, like, the good in people. I know sometimes I was disappointed in people, and sometimes they change my outlook. But I feel like with my person I'm with now, and if I do marry them, I wouldn't ask him to do a prenup because I love you. And I feel like
what kind of work does he do?
He has a good job. So I'm not, you know, so
logistics.
We just logistics. Like that. So like he has his own, but you know, when this do take off, I ain't gonna say if when it do take off, I feel like if he stuck with me from where I'm at now and when I'm gonna be at now, I don't mind giving him something. Now, he'll get my whole damn business. Hell no, like you crazy. But if you want like 3,000,
he gonna get some of your half.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just letting you know.
That's your brother.
I'm sorry, I can't.
You're damn right. Your half.
But I think there's also a level of entitlement. People think that because I'm with you, that I'm supposed to. No.
I'm a handful. I guess I can say that.
Okay, we're not going to go down there. We're going to go to the letter, and then we're going to wrap this thing up, okay? So the letter. Dear Lipstick and Cognac, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. He has been there for me literally since day one. I recently started my own business and haven't had much time to do most of the things we used to do when we first started dating. My business has been booming, and working has been taking a lot of my time. What are some ways you would suggest to maintaining a healthy work, life, and relationship balance?
Okay. Well, hey, guys, we'll take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned, rollnout.com. So, because it's Cognac or Roll Out Face Bacon Squad up next. Going to finish this letter. Ow.
With customizable streaming TV from Xfinity, watch the most free TV shows, hit movies, and live sports on the go. At home, access Netflix, YouTube, and Pandora right from your TV. And with the X1 voice remote, just say it and see it.
Show me HBCU.
With Black Film and TV, watch your favorite college entertainment, HBCU football games, and much more. Xfinity. Simple, easy, awesome.
Hey, it's your girl, Lipstick.
And it's your boy, Cognac.
And we are Lipstick and Cognac, your dynamic relationship duo, where we talk all things relationship every Tuesday
from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
on rollingout.com and Rolling Out Live via Facebook. Y'all, what we talking about, Cognac?
We talk about it all. We talk about the cheating, the people that do right, don't do right, the people that might want to slap your head on your mama, your daddy, your sister, your uncle.
I don't know about slapping my mama, but we gonna talk about it all, y'all. Make sure you check us out every Tuesday. It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be a fun time. Ow.
With customizable streaming TV from Xfinity, watch the most free TV shows, hit movies, and live sports on the go. At home, access Netflix, YouTube, and Pandora right from your TV. And with the X1 voice remote, just say it and see it.
Show me HBCU.
With Black Film and TV, watch your favorite college entertainment, HBCU football games, and much more. Xfinity. Simple, easy, awesome.
Thank you for joining us. We are Lipstick and Cognac, your host of adult conversation with an alternative twist. a judgment-free zone where we discuss all things relationship, no matter if you are a ruler,
a rainbow,
or
a unicorn.
And our unicorn today just so happens to be the sluttiest one we know, Pinky Cole of Slutty Vegan.
Hey.
Yes. So we're going to get into this letter and wrap this thing up. I'll recap the letter again. Dear Lipstick and Cognac, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. He has been there for me literally since day one. I recently started my own business and haven't had much time to do most of the things we used to do when we first started dating. My business has been booming and work has been taking a lot of my time. What are some ways you would suggest to maintaining a healthy work life and relationship balance? As our guest for today, you get to answer first.
Well, I ain't got a good answer for that, but the political answer is
speaks from the heart.
Set a day. If I was to get in a relationship now, right? What I would do is I would make sure that I have a day that I could set aside to like be in a relationship and give my partner some of the time that I can't normally give him throughout the week. That's probably the best thing and the easiest thing to do, and just really like making sure that you can like be present in the relationship. A lot of times relationships fall either financially or because the person is not communicating or giving them enough time, and that's a part of the reason why people step out on a relationship. So just making sure that you make some time, even if it's a date night. Like, even if you hanging out with that person uninterrupted, turn your phone off. Like, for me, like, I be in comment land all the time. So if I got in a relationship now, I would be more mindful of that so that I could be present in my relationship, especially if it's at nighttime. But yeah.
That's a good answer.
That ain't my answer, though, but that's a good answer.
Yeah.
You go Lipstick, I got land.
I agree with everything that you said. And I would say specifically, when you're starting a business, I mean, you're 3 years in, so it should be a little bit more stable. But I would say if you can't do weekly because you need to be there, at least do it twice, 2 or 3 times a month where you have a day or a weekend or whatever that you put on your schedule that's dedicated to that person. And like you said, the key is do not have your phone on. Like, you are unavailable to wherever you do. All your employees, no, you cannot contact me. I am dead to the world right now because this is all about Bay.
Okay, well, I'm always gonna be different in hell. I am the unicorn and the and the rainbow. But I say for this because I know it's important for me when I'm with my bae, and I know baby like you always in your damn phone while you like, because I do be so in my business. So I had to learn so what we do on the Wednesday nights and Sunday nights is our days. So strictly on that day, I'm not being bothered with Lipstick and Cognac. I'm not being bothered with anything but all about my bae. You know what I'm saying? So that helps because like you can't go to the most, you be so caught up in your business and your partner of like, damn, can I get some? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's hard, but you have to be strong enough to do it. You have to understand when you're being selfish. And not so selfish because you're selfish as a person, but like you just being selfish in your business, like you're forgetting about me because I'm here. So you have to make time for that. So that's all I got to say about that.
Okay,
but,
well.
Miss Slutty Vegan, how can the people find you and follow you and the people who don't know you?
Yes.
You people out there.
Well, if you want to come get sluttified, you can follow us on all social media platforms, Slutty Vegan ATL on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, or you can go to our website, www.sluttyveganatl.com. Hey. And we're located at 1542 Ralph David Abernathy in the West End. So come down. It's worth the wait. And come get sluttified.
Yes, it's going to be 4 hours, but that's good.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Good old food. Honey.
And what are your hours, though? For
people
what are
your hours?
4 p.m. to midnight.
Okay,
so
every day?
You got the good time.
Every single day. And on the weekends, 4 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Got it. So if you come to town, no, those are her hours. I'm
have your tents ready, baby, because it's going to be a
your lawn chairs. And get your lawn chairs, but it's worth it. It's worth the wait.
Okay, guys. So thank you for joining us. You can follow us on all social media at Lipstick and Cognac. That's Instagram and Facebook. Lipstick_Cognac on Twitter. Lipstick and Cognac page on YouTube. And we are out.
And you can also email us at lipstickandcognac@gmail.com. That's why we have 2 people out there. Love you guys. See you guys next year for next year.
That's what you get for being ugly. God don't like ugly.
4 p.m.
Bye, y'all.